drama segment for today.
I followed a different religion. I was involved in idolatry. I was involved with someone who served spirits. My perspectives were very closed and limited in her, and my life was just getting worse and worse. You know, I had debts, I had an accident, my family was affected also, my father was a heavy drinker. I had debts the amount of my yearly earnings, you know. It was a very hard time in my life. I remember many times I got down on my knees and asked, Lord, is this what you want for me?
I started going to the church with my mom, looking for support for my father used to drink. And as of the day I got baptized, I never left the church again. I met my husband at one of the meetings.
There was no connection at first, you know. But then, after a while, my relationship got worse and worse.
And as time went by, he started to open up to me and started to talk about the relationship he had and that it wasn't going well.
Then I realized that the relationship wasn't doing me any good, so I decided to break up with her.
Free from the relationship that affected him so negatively, soon after, Edson and Liliane become intimate and start a relationship.
We went out on a date on the weekend, and I brought her home. And at one point she said, well, the thing is, I'm going to church.
If you want to go with me, you're welcome to join me.
And I said, I'm coming with you then. And that's when my life actually began to change. That day, I actually said to her, it was like the pastor knew my entire life, you know, because it was like the sermon was directed towards me.
I noticed that God affected him and his life, you know.
At that moment, I chose God. I started to give offerings, and I was able to pay off all my debts. And I was able to do so in only 1 year. And as I honored God, He honored me back, so I decided to get baptized. The day I was baptized, it was the last time my father drank. And he got saved also. He accepted God as well.
On the day we celebrated 1 year together, we decided to buy a house.
The first month that I gave tithe, I found the property. I made a deal with a construction firm, and that's the house where we live today.
When the house was ready, we bought the necessary furniture, and we got married in December 2012.
And I became a sponsor when I came to the Grace of God Church in São Paulo. And this is what I felt in my heart. I said, this is what's missing in my life. And I believe that everything that encourages, you know, this initiative to spread the word of God, you know, I think it's worth it and it has to be done, and we have to embrace it for sure, you know.
The calling to become a sponsor appeared in my life, you know, at a time when I was young and had just started to work, you know. And I just couldn't figure out what I should do for a living. Later there was this opportunity to work at the same place I work at until today.
And I can only give thanks to the Lord for everything He's done.
Many blessings. My father got converted because of my husband's testimony. Today my father goes to church together with my mother.
I'm fulfilled. I'm married. I have my own house. I have a ministry. I have, as I like to put it, my children who are always with me.
Without Jesus, it's just impossible.
Absolutely. I made the right choice.
That's absolutely beautiful, right, brethren?